Good now, revolutionaries, and welcome to Rise Up After Dark.
Just waiting for your notice.
I was like, what? This is Rise Up After Dark. It's Wednesday, July 8th. Good to have you here as always, everybody. And if, like Will, you're feeling the love, let us know. Leave us a comment. Send us a selfie. Fly your shirt up over your head. I don't know. We're your place. For BYOB, DYOR, meme coin research, crypto industry shit talking, and though we bring the humor, we hope to have the humility. There's no question too dumb. There's nothing off topic, though. I don't know. That's what they want us to say, and then the censors come along and tell us otherwise. If you hear this sound, we're giving out points. If you hear this sound, we're giving out Guamps. At the end of the night, whoever's got the most points wins, and whoever has the most Guamps is sent to the dungeon.
I like how you say meme coin research as if there is research to do about a meme coin.
I agree.
Like, are the vibes good? Then maybe, but still probably no for most of them.
Yeah. I meant altcoin, but meme coin came out. Talking is hard.
That was easy.
Exactly. How you doing, dude?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. And I like this from Lux. I'm here to say, hell yeah, brother Rums team. I made it to another live. It's goddamn right, brother, because the cream always rises to the top.
What you gonna do, brother? I'm gonna give Luke a point, that's what. Will, you were breaking some news backstage. Read me the headlines.
Oh, yeah.
Is the ceasefire still on?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And by ceasefire still on, I mean the pause between each missile strike, I'm sure exists. And but before we went live, I was like, hey, before you go live, let me just see what happened with Iran today. Let me say, U.S. launches more strikes on Iran with local media reporting explosions along the southern coast. Good. Okay, great. Okay,
Yikes.
great.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
How is that not on the soundboard yet?
How is it not on the soundboards? That's got to be you, right?
That's definitely me. I might have to give myself a preemptive. Adding the sound.
Yeah, so let's see. What's oil done since July 2nd? Oil went up as high as 13%. It's still up by about 10% or so. That's what oil's done on the news of the ceasefire not being so ceasing of fire.
I'm sorry, what?
The ceasefire not being so ceasing of fire. Once again.
Yes. Understand. If you are like RPM in the comments, I'm noob. I need analysis. I wonder if you would leave us a comment. But Will, can you help our noob friends out, and me too? Do you want to pull the chart up so I can peep at it? Is it reacting live in real time? Do I need to go to Hyperliquid or call my broker Alex and have him submit
to make some moves on oil?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. We can take a look. Let's see. This isn't my regular chart setup, but it's with my new toys all set up for us to play with.
You got new toys?
I got new toys, man. We talked about it. Talked about it the other night. Got all these new toys and gizmos set up on my chart.
Ooh.
After talking with Ryan, a community member of ours who's personal friends now with Philicone, who's one of the top traders in the world. And I was just picking his brain after he's had a chance to chat with Philicone a number of times. And so, yeah, I wanted to see what kinds of things he and Philicone are using. And, they're using a combination of Lorenzian classification, super trend, HTF liquidity, the Lux Algo, and it ends up looking like this mess here. We can break all that down in a moment. But if we take a look at oil, if you take a look at, this is the super trend, this line here, this like red line.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you are in like a red section, so you can notice like this is red, this is green, this is red, this is green right up in here, right? So if it's green, coincidentally enough, you probably understand, means that price is more likely to go up. If it's red, price is more likely to go down. And when you are in a red cloud here, and I forget, this is the Lorenzian classification, right? No, it's not the Lorenzian. Is it the super? Yeah. Okay. It's all part of the super trend. Good. Okay. See, I'm still getting used to all this. So if the super trend is red and you blast past this small red line. It doesn't act as resistance. And you come up to the super trend, and it does stop you as resistance. The odds of you actually shorting from here are pretty high. So this was a rejection off of our super trend. And this would suggest that at the very least, price is going to come down and reconnect with this kernel. Okay. If you want to find this, I believe that one is the, oh no, it's part of the KC. This is the Lux Algo, isn't it? Nope. Hang on a second. Nope. Lorentzian classification. Lorentzian classification. Yes.
Okay.
See, I'm still getting it all right. And I'm still seeing exactly what works and what doesn't work here. But what seems to be working is when you blast it up, hit the super trend, it acts as resistance. You at the very least have a short back down to your Lorentzian classification line here, this kernel. And then what's going to be interesting as well is oil has, I want to direct your attention to the right side of the screen here.
Okay.
So these like blue boxes here are where a lot of longs are trying to set up on the order book. So these represent kind of like magnets of price action based on how the order book is set up. And then these red lines here, the thicker and brighter they are, represent areas where, in this case, longs would get liquidated by price diving down. And so what's been an interesting thing to note is that if you have blocks of the order book that line up with liquidation zones, it's like an ultra magnet for price because markets want to take it there. But let's just zoom up and see if we have any. Yeah, here we go. So if oil doesn't find support on 72.61, oil's definitely falling to $61. So this is potentially highlighting a possibility that if $72 fails, we would potentially be expecting some type of news to come out afterwards. I would say, hey, ceasefire is back. Everything's fine. Iran isn't scum. They're actually my best friends, is what Trump would say. However, if 72 holds as support, you could see an attempt to move up to this big batch of orders sitting on the order book and also where liquidation zones currently exist. That would make the exchanges a lot of money. So it's been interesting to play around with these new toys. But in the very, very short term, if you wanted to place a really quick short on oil, it would seem like you might have a 2 to 3% move downwards, potentially right now over the next, I don't know, 6, 12, 24 hours or so. That's what that would suggest. So, playing around with these new toys, that's what we're looking at for oil. That's what we're seeing based on these new methods. But keep in mind, these are newer methods for me. But they've been working out very, very nicely in the short time I've been tracking them, and we'll continue to track them to kind of see how it all goes. But I got to tell you, if you use that combination of the Lorentzian classification and the super trend, and you know, like, hey, I'm in a bullish setup, you hit that kernel or you hit that super trend, it gets rejected one time, set a short, and it worked right now 6 out of the past 6 times that flashed on Bitcoin's chart. So pretty good. And then you would have been set up to ride like a 2 to 5% fall in Bitcoin, and maybe you have like a 10x leverage position or something, and you get to make, your 20% to 50% in like the span of like a day or 2 or 3, which is pretty wild. So it's interesting to play with, and I'll start playing around with some margin positions and some real money once I do some more paper trading.
Very cool. We have Feral in the comments who is saying that they also like the Lux Algo liquidity pools tool quite a bit.
Ooh, is that different from just the Lux Algo tool? Because I'm using the Smart Money Concepts Lux Algo on my chart. So I'm curious, was that Fair Value Gary?
No, that was Feral. Feral Candle of the VIX.
Yeah, and that Lux Algo is where we got those like order book marks were. So, it's a place where the order books are trying to set up longs and set up shorts, and they act as magnets for price. And like I said before, if you can get the Lux Algo, those order books, to pair up with liquidation zones, it becomes really juicy targets for price action to go to.
Nice.
So,
thank you.
It's always good. Like I've had my ways of reading the charts for years and years, and I just figured it was time after chatting with Ryan a few times where he's like, "Hey, man, I have these strategies and they're like working for me." was time I was like, I need to add some more tools to the tool belt and see what I can make out of it.
Yeah. Feral Candle adds Lux Algo liquidity pool in concert with Lux Algo liquidity sweeps is a beautiful combo.
All right. Well, hey, Feral, I'm going to write that down and I'll do a little bit of homework on it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for the suggestion. Thanks for checking it out. Will has got a brand new bag. And we've also got RPM in the comments. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. They were asking for our take on FET, which is ASI, Artificial Superintelligence. And we'll get to it. But first, I have to welcome to the show your friend and mine, Mr. Alex Popovich. All the way from Northern Michigan. Coming in at a true 5'11". I don't know.
True.
That felt rude.
That felt,
it was a little bit of a low blow.
rude.
Didn't feel good.
I'm gonna be late every time. I don't get applause any other time. When I'm here on time, nobody claps for me.
Yeah, well, I'll even give you a ding too because I like you.
Hell
Look
yeah!
at that. Look at that.
Christina, our short king.
Our short king. Yeah, and oh yeah, there's Christina's points. I kind
of missed that. You remember that? That was a trend on TikTok Live for a while, where someone would pop into a live stream and just say, "We love a short king," and then just leave immediately, knowing that whoever was on there was just so triggered.
Yeah, I do. I love that short king has entered the common parlance.
You know, what's funny is I heard you say RPM, and it just reminded me. I was just telling I was talking to Christina and then talking to my in-laws about our dear friend RPS, who has been kind of scarce lately. But I forget.
Oh, yeah, we haven't had him.
Well, I was specifically thinking about the phrase "putting from the rough," and it just made me laugh. And
yes.
You know,
Correct.
I better write a ding down for putting from the rough because you know I do love that.
A timeless classic.
Yeah. Okay. I had teased FET, but I also wanted to be good to Feral. You haven't missed much. We just looked at oil. We broke the news that ceasefire word is looking even flimsier. That indeed the U.S. is bombing Iran.
Come on.
I know. And Feral wants to know.
Still be taking this seriously.
Yeah,
It's just the new tariffs. It has been ceasefire.
I saw your clip about that. I was like, yeah, it really is. The 8-ball says, risk it, flip a coin. So we looked at oil, and Feral wanted to know, based on the news coming out of Japan about the yen, if we had any recommendations for access points for dollar to yen options spreads, like in Forex. They said, what keeps coming up for me is Lyra, maybe Lyra, Lyra, Dopex, and they asked about others, and I don't trade any Forex. So I asked GPT, where would you go to start to look? And I would ask Feral, where are you based? But I'm glad to defer to either of you guys if you have a stronger answer, because I don't have the capacity to vet this off the top of my head.
I don't know.
All of you listening.
I don't play Forex markets. I mean, my first thing I thought of was just going to Fidelity, because I would imagine they do. That's where I used to do my trading way back when and investing. So I would imagine that Fidelity has a Forex market, but I'm not sure. Not my game.
Yeah, this says on-chain. Lyra and Dopex don't do that. Let us know if you're looking for on-chain too, because that could be the other thing I would imagine. Yen exposure. They suggest look at NASDAQ PHLX XDN if your broker supports it. It's USD settled and smaller than the full CME futures option contract, but liquidity may be the practical question. Interesting. I know nothing. So help us in the comments. Maybe we can get a little assistance.
Fact check yourself, brother.
And then I want to come to Fetch, artificial superintelligence. Have you guys heard about this since the merge? Have you heard anything noteworthy or new about this?
I haven't heard anything about it.
No, they merged and they rolled the whole thing up into ASI, which is such a pile of junk. And then I don't know. This is
and
like
they were
what
just
we do in
like,
crypto.
okay, we did it. Is it over?
Yeah, did what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just why we need to embrace the idea and the concept of just going out of business when everything falls apart and it turns out it was a bad idea and nobody really cares. and everything moves on, just go out of business. Don't rebrand and give me another token and
but
try
Alex,
to pretend
the
that this
infinite
one's
money glitch.
special. I know, the infinite money glitch.
The
Stay in
infinite
business
money
forever.
glitch.
It really truly is that analogy of just like finding an abandoned Kmart, going in there and putting money in the cash register every single day, hoping someday someone's going to restock the shelves. It just, why? I don't know. I have not heard a single whisper of ASI, Fetch, Ocean. What was the third one that got rolled up into that? I don't even remember.
Singularity.
Fetch, Ocean. Yeah.
Was it Ocean? Am I thinking of the right thing?
It was.
Yeah,
Is it-
Fetch, Ocean, and Singularity all rolled up into Fetch and became artificial superintelligence that kept the price ticker and migrated the other token holders over. It was tough.
Let's look at. I'm gonna look and see right now. How are they doing? How's business going over
Well, here you go. I've got the chart right here for you.
It's super strong. They've partnered with the Kansas City men's basketball team, and as a result, the entire XRP army has bought ASI, and WorldCoin actually sold all of the eyeballs to ASI to analyze with their AI machines inside of quantum computers that are decentralized.
Correct.
And so all of that is a part of the agentic card opening store that they started to compete with Collective. So it's all just going right there.
I do see this news piece
I
here.
hate that everything Will just said sounds like it could absolutely be a real thing.
Absolutely be a real thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard about that token once a long time ago.
Hey there, normies.
Fetch vesting is complete, so all tokens are now in circulation, but that mostly means I would expect hype to have even less of an effect on price because there are less variables and less unknowns. The more that is known about a project that does nothing, the less likely it is to pump with hype. But it is quite down. It appears to be an all-time low, certainly a local low, and I'm not a chart guy, but looking at that chart,
Can you bless me with this chart?
Are you going to share it?
I thought you were pulling up. You're looking at it right now.
Oh, I did have it up. Yes, I took it down. I will bless you with it again. And
I never had it. We never saw it once.
really?
No.
Do you see it now?
Now we see it. Ah, yes. Oh, Evan, you got the screen share. Yes, lovely.
Yeah, I got the screen share, and I'll
see,
bless the TikTok audience. This is
the technical
all-timer.
analysis pattern of this is man with big butt who fell down, and then he died. And when you die, you shit yourself, and the shit goes flying. You can see his head is right there, right before 2025. No, we'll go over to the right. See his head
that's
is
his head.
face
He fell down
Yeah,
this
see,
way.
That's the back of his head. His face is in the dirt. And then that's his humped back because he spent too much time working at his desk. And then the other big wave is a part of his butt and the explosive death poop that he's having. That is what immediately hit me if I were to do silly chart art. And that's your ASI token. It is a dead person who fell down, couldn't get up, and shit themselves.
Wow. That's
That is
a rough chart.
a technical term, I believe.
Yeah, I believe. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at these silly chart art competitions. Just very quickly being like,
Wait. Time out. I can't believe that I've now seen you and talked to you 2 times since I witnessed you do a completely context-free video of you dressed for the Renaissance Festival. Okay, several things jumped out to me while this happened. If you haven't seen it, it's on his page. It's on every one of our pages right now, actually. Please,
It's in my mind 24/7, man.
Yeah.
So, okay. Several things about this make it one of my favorite things to have happened to me recently. One,
And happened to you is a good way to say it.
it happened to me. The first thing is that the instant I saw it, the first thought in my head was, that checks out. And
Correct.
It did nothing about it, threw me off or surprised me at all. In fact, my second thought was, it's been a while. Then it
This
just
was
kept getting better because he does the whole.
Oh, he got rugged.
And then, oh damn it,
You don't know you're with us. He does the whole video.
he does the whole video, doesn't bring it up once. Then I open the comments. And almost no one mentioned it. They were all just asking questions about the video. Just like, what do you think about this? Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, this has become such a thing that the whole world just sees Will dressed for the Renaissance Festival. And they're like, yep, All right. Anyway, what's Will
Checks
talking
out.
about today?
A normal video. This is not worth bringing up. He didn't bring it up, so it must not be worth it.
And
You gotta teach your audience, man.
It was truly incredible. And I have to say, Will, you look magnificent. Like it's a beautiful ensemble.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you should see the pants because
I'm sad I couldn't see the pants.
If you think the top is like, wow, that's like really nice and like, you know, he went over the top with it. You see the pants and these things are like, holy shit, this used to be considered style. These are the dumbest looking, silliest looking things ever. It's like if you found a giant mushroom and ripped off the top of it, turned it upside down, and then slammed your legs through it. It's truly wonderful. And now I need to go and buy some white tights. And with the white tights, my outfit will be complete. And then I'll buy a scroll with a pen. And then when I'm at my brother's bachelor party, I will be the king's scribe, chasing him throughout Bicoline, which is North America's largest LARPing event between Montreal and Quebec. And I will be screaming, "My king, my liege, I must record your deeds upon this day, sire," as I then record the deeds of the king, aka the groom, as he goes about his various activities through the kingdom.
I am a big fan of this.
Dude, thank you for blessing our timelines with that beautiful costume. It was, as Jay Heat said, a wild For You page pull, and it had been too long.
Also, like, if you're looking
Legendary.
for Renaissance Fair, if you're looking for high quality Renaissance Fair costumes, I found this guy on Etsy, and he had this thing at 50% off too. And I was like, there's no way this is going to be as good as people in the review section are saying for like this amount of money. It was like $180. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. And
I love everything about this moment right now.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way this is $180. Because like this is $300, $350, $400, $500 easy. And then it showed up and I was like, oh my God, this is like legit. My things fit. And they were like, I gave him my measurements and it's like all fit. It's like, oh, magnifique.
It's
So good.
truly amazing. Yeah, like I said, it just kept getting better. The fact that nobody really brought it up in the comments just was like, that this is incredible.
There were some questions on Twitter, but that's because my Twitter audience is newer to me.
They don't know you yet.
They don't really know me yet, and I need to do a better job of never describing anything and why I'm wearing it to them while, talking about what I talk about.
Yeah,
TikTok
remembers when you were a dolphin for months.
Dude, I was a dolphin for I think 4 months. And then I switched to suits, and I just started wearing suits. So I was like, I'm tired of being a dolphin finally after like 3 months of being a dolphin. And then I changed the name of the channel to Suits and Satoshis. That's my backup channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we expect you to back it up over there with a couple more poofy panted costumes. Austin in the chats said, sending Will an invite to my bachelor's party with that type of humor. And Feral Candle says, that's an epic use of free will to add lore to your brother's life.
Oh yeah, man.
Free will.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. I see.
And it's great because Chris will be dressed up in my brother. He will be dressed up as King Arthur from Monty Python, the Holy Grail, like in his armor set and everything. And
excellent.
so it's gonna be perfect. He showed me the helm and the chainmail he got with it, and it's like legit. And I was like, oh, you spent money on that, baby. Yeah, you did.
In that case, I would really like to be there to dress as one of the shit shovelers.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I don't know. I think I'll watch it from home, but I would like to go sometime. That does sound like a really fun.
Oh, I found some lovely filth over here, dear. Oh, how do you do? As she says hello to King Arthur from Monty Python, the Holy Grail.
Must be a king. How can you tell?
He ain't got
He ain't got shit all over him.
I'm being oppressed. I'm being oppressed. Oh, did you see that? Did you see it?
The shit. See, that is me as a shit shoveler, though. Like his whole speech about tyranny and oppression. Perfect.
It's so good. It's so good. It's still even more relevant.
Well.
Okay, wait. Sorry, I have one more ridiculous little thing that happened. If we could all join hands in making fun of CNN for a second.
Okay.
Which I feel like that's an activity that we can all get behind, right?
Everyone can get behind it.
They're trash. Okay, first, a priming question. Has anybody heard of Representative Jack Kimball? If you guys know what it is, don't spoil it. But
No.
have you seen this? You heard about this?
No. Totally new.
Okay. So Steckler says that's easy. All right. Yeah, no, I love talking shit about CNN. Awful. Anyway, so Jack Kimball, I believe the Twitter, I'll pull it up on Twitter and put it on the screen here in just a second. But I believe the handle is Rep Jack Kimball. And it's an account that looks at very quick glance to be a member of the House of Representatives. It is a satire account. It's been being run for years by this guy, and he is a master of the craft. Like, just excellent, top notch, so timely. Evan, if you don't follow this guy, you would love him. So good.
I've got to.
The thing is, though, that like on every single post, there's a giant gaggle of people, usually MAGA, who believes he's real and just has a complete meltdown about whatever it was that he posted. So recently, as you may or may not have seen, the current lore circulating the U.S. congressional scene is that Senator Mitch McConnell is either already passed on or in a coma. And it's gotten so much so to the point that Governor Andy Beshear has sent an official letter requesting that he make his aliveness known because it's been 3 weeks. And so this is going around. Anyway, there were a couple people who posted very obviously fake stories about how I just had a meeting with him. He can't wait to come back to work. And it was like the same script, they had the same talking points kind of thing. Yep. So Rep Jack Kimball, this fake satirical account, posted their own story about how they just met with Mitch McConnell and had a meeting with him. And they used all the same talking points that had been circulating all over the place. And so CNN, being CNN, took a screenshot of Jack Kimball's post and put it on the air as an actual representative, trying to portray this as members of Congress who are currently making up stuff about knowing that Mitch McConnell is alive and can't wait to get back to work. And I saw it, I was like, there's no way this is real. There's no way they're that stupid that they put that on screen, that no one knew that account was fake or that checked it. Incredible, anyway, just legendary. Here's the post. If you're not following, it is Rep Jack Kimball. I mean, dude, look at this. See how long it takes you to figure out that this is not real. The banner on this man's account is literally Kevin Spacey holding a dog.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't know how much more on the nose we can make this. So first of all, Republican representing California's 54th district. There is no 54th district.
Yeah, right.
Co-sponsor of Poe's Law, Detective Jesus #1. Like, just everything about it is incredible.
You got to read the subtitle. Detective Jesus #1, Thou Shalt Not Kill, is out now on Amazon.
Just like criminally underfollowed account.
I also really like that in his banner of Kevin Spacey holding a dog. No, wait, Evan, go back up. There's just like a woman in the background with a gun following him. just in the back. Like, wait, what? What's happening?
Yeah. This is also not the same person, right? Like, these are both just like heavily edited. Yeah. Anyway, hilarious. And every single post is written, like, here we go. This was also in reference to our fearless leader saying the Republic or the Islamic Republic of Japan in a press conference today. So, Godzilla's in the straight now. But anyway, it's just like, you can't spend more than 18 seconds on this page without realizing that this is satire, that this is like a comedy bit. And here we go. How dare they down my credibility? Putting there we go. Rep Jack Kimball on the big screen right here. Just truly incredible timeline that we're living in right now. And so I thought we could all have a little bit of fun making fun of CNN because, God, how embarrassing. Man. Not that they were a beacon of journalistic integrity before today, but anyway.
It's good. It tickles me. I love how he didn't even say, like, wait, guys, what the fuck? How did this happen? He's just like, how dare they doubt my credibility?
No, Will, you're going to love it. I've never seen him drop the bit. ever. He's never broken character in a post that I have ever seen. Every single one and it's been years. It's amazing.
I love it. I gotta give him a follow.
We can move on, but that's absolutely hilarious. And
we've got to move on, Alex, because we have big breaking news to cover.
Jack Kimball followed.
Big breaking news to cover,
Bigger
brought to us by intern Matthew. That's right. That the University of Kansas has announced a partnership with Ripple, and now they are making history by being the first ever crypto sponsorship of a major college athletics program starting.
Notice they had to
today.
say college because actual professional athletics has already been sponsored many times.
Yeah, by crypto companies for sure. Ledger was in the NBA Finals on, was it the Spurs jerseys? Somebody fact check me, but
every UFC pair of shorts has crypto.com on it.
Dude, watch Kansas City somehow go for forever about 500 on their record, which is 50, which is like that 50-cent mark that XRP was stuck at for years.
Dang.
Their winning record will forever be between 60 to 50, 60 to 50%.
Yeah, it looks like the price did move today, perhaps in reaction to the news, but perhaps it was something else and is cooled off again. So thank you, Jayhawks.
It's funny because news like that in 2017 would have printed a god candle for XRP.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how the markets have changed. That would have been a god candle.
Yeah, they also had a regulatory win today. Was that today? Was that yesterday? We were talking about the Mika compliance news. So which is bigger, guys?
We talked about it this morning.
You know?
Oh, the Kansas City basketball team.
Kansas City basketball.
Yeah, no question. Any
Sweet
day of the
16,
week.
baby. What are you talking about?
Dog walks Mika compliance.
Yeah. We have a question in the comments. Do you guys listen to When Shift Happens?
Sometimes.
I don't know what that is.
It's a crypto podcast with, I don't know how to say the host's name. I just know his name is Kevin. Kevin Filoni, I do believe is what it is.
Yeah, I have watched them situationally and specifically, like when I was looking for specific interviews, because they've done quite a few.
Yeah, they do host really great interviews. In fact, the latest interview is with friend of the show, Hasib Qureshi, and I want to read this title for you. If you want to get rich, hold Bitcoin. If the managing partner of one of crypto's most prominent venture capital firms, who's been here hanging out about it, talking about it, speaks about it clearly, says it might be an opinion worth considering. But you should not just listen to talking heads on the internet. So what I will say to Luke, who asks if we have a take on it, is, Luke, thank you for bringing it to our attention. I need to get back to listening to it. If you've got a favorite crypto podcast, give it a suggestion in the comments, like drop it for us. I'm always looking for good stuff to listen to. And did you know that right now, Rise Up Media is on your favorite podcast platform? If you miss the morning show, if you miss After Dark, if you miss Trust Issues or Market Watch, all of our shows live here, live on Spotify, wherever you are, whenever you listen. And now I'm pleased to report that we have more 5-star reviews than the When Shift Happens podcast. So congratulations, gentlemen. This number is showing is lower than yes, of course.
You've been really putting in the work. I gotta give it to you.
Watch this commercial work a little harder for me. If you post a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or Spotify and prove it to me in the Rise Up community, then I will send you a couple of bucks of Bitcoin. I think I owe Magic in the comments some tokens. You don't know how to get there? Don't fret, don't sweat. It's the link in bio wherever you are, whenever you listen, or just remember rumshq.com when you get there. We've got a big purple button right at the top of our website that says start here. That's the link to the community. You can post a screenshot of your 5-star review and I will send you Bitcoin. Could you think of a better feature? I think that's product market fit.
It's pretty sweet. It's pretty spot on.
Yeah, and really, the community is sweet and spot on. We have great people. There are learners at all levels of experience, folks who work in the crypto industry, folks who are crypto curious or skeptical. It's a safe place to ask a question. Share what you know. Nobody's going to sell you some junky token or make you feel stupid. The only thing missing, my friends, is you. Thanks, Luke, for bringing it to our attention.
I've been on a kick lately of just calling things good tech because I think it's funny, especially when it's bad. So today in the doghouse, I was roasting Collector Crypt. This is diabolical. I don't know who approved this, and Dakota got it today too. So he was lamenting with me. I was like, brother, aren't you driving this ship? Like, fix it. So first of all, quick shout out right now. Do not pull the $25 gotcha. Okay, you have like literally based on my last 10, you have a 90% chance of pulling a $16 like sealed pack of cards out of it. Literally got it 5 times in a row, all different tokens. So the machine's just full of them right now. I would not touch it at this very moment. But they have like, you know how they have like badges for like hitting different things, like, you know, hitting a streak or hitting like a big pull. They have specific badges for going on a tear of opening like a certain number of packs in a row without getting an epic.
Yeah.
And
how did you find out, Alex?
I found out by hitting both thresholds. The first one at 100 and the second one at 150. Ooh. And yeah. So anyway, listen. First of all, they hate me now because my luck, unfortunately, is starting to peter out a little bit here. It's not been a good run for me. However, the diabolical thing is that when they award you any badge, regardless of what it is, you have to click a button on the bottom to like accept it. And the button just says awesome ! So it's like, congratulations, you've won this badge for getting shitty packs 150 times in a row. And then you have to click awesome to make it go away. So I screenshotted it and I sent it to Collector Crypt. I was like, dude, making me click awesome is absolutely diabolical. Terrible tech. Please make this go away.
Dude, you know, that makes me think it should say instead, okay, great.
Okay, great. That's the perfect time for an okay, great button. 100%.
I agree. I think they should have an okay, great button there because it's not awesome, but it's great.
But on the good tech side, my good tech tweet today was, did you guys know that if you really like Solana, you can just buy it and then Jito will just give you more of it? Good tech.
That's good tech.
That's
good tech.
Good tech, Jito with the good tech. And I am pleased to tell you that we're having Jito back on the show next Thursday. This is a hot off the presses announcement. Sponsor partner of the show, Jito, is launching JTX. And good old Kevin is coming on to give us a preview of the product for everybody to see before you can like access it live. So It's a world premiere of sorts. Kevin is the guy behind the product. So he's the guy who knows.
He is product, Mr. Product, in fact.
Mr. Product.
Mr. Product.
Yeah, and he's going to take us through it. We can't wait to ask him your questions live, see how it works. And then later on, we're going to have a workshop for some of our other friends, some of the creators and pro traders, give them an opportunity to try it themselves, including our friend, the White Whale, who...
Come on. I got them.
Show it.
I got them both at the same time. And the crappy part is that 151, they gave it to me a day early. They gave it to me on pack 149. So they gave it to me again today. I got that one twice.
At least the badge looks dope.
Yeah, for people in podcast land, it's a storm cloud, like gleefully chasing this cute little eyeball character that kind of reminds me of your Cyclops, Alex. And
that's me. Yeah, that's definitely me.
And then this sad, wilty little flower. Are those like tokens? Are they on chain?
See, that was the other miss. I was like, no, this isn't a thing. It's like in my account, like it's credited to my wallet, but it itself is not tokenized. And I thought that seeing the thing on top of the unlucky one that just says legend ? I was like, or exclamation point. Oh, come on, man. You're really rubbing it in.
Really rubbing it in. The house always wins and then kicks you while you're in the dirt, spits on you.
You know what, though?
Makes you say awesome.
Just because of that one grail, I am still up overall. Because that one card, dude. Oh, and by the way, that card fell off a cliff. It's like...
Which card was it?
It was a... I'll show you. I'll pull up the exact one.
Oh my God, wait a second. Stop the presses. Another piece of breaking news coming in. Guess who just got access to their Twitter account again?
Oh, our Twitter account's back.
I'd like to thank
Tori.
I'd like to thank Tori, and I'm going to thank Tori again for staying on top of it. Tori is getting 10 points for that tonight. And also shout out to John and Mark. And no love to anybody else. It's been a month.
No.
Twitter, do better.
Yeah, all right. Alex, don't fuck it up again.
Listen, I'm just not going to touch it. All right. No, actually, the problem here is that now I'm even more paranoid than I was before because I screwed that up. But
well, that feels nice. There was a second there we were all like, "Shit, are we gonna have to start a new corporate Twitter account?"
Yeah, Matthew
Truly
just said
incredible.
time to get back to work.
yeah, Matt, vacation's over.
Matt's our intern, for those of you who don't know. So get back to the Twitter. I need memes. I need memes stat.
Austin says, "Congrats! Now I can stop tagging all three of you individually." It's been a dark time. It's been a dark time.
Yeah,
Although I have to say, Will's Twitter gets about 800 times more engagement than the Rum's Twitter. So I think the move is just to move the whole company to Will's Twitter account. To be very honest with you,
it happened with Instagram.
Well,
and
we did it with Instagram, and I guess now we'll do it with Twitter. No, we'll keep the corporate Twitter account going, but we'll figure it out. We'll do both.
That's right. If you're watching us on other platforms and you don't follow at Rums HQ on X and you're trying to get more into crypto, that could be a good move for you. It's a great place to be scarce. I hate Twitter personally, but the thing that makes it bearable for me is my crypto friends. And that's where the crypto industry tends to gather. The people you want to build proximity to are a tweet away. Instead of listening to some influencer tell you what this or that token's going to do, you could just hear from Mr. Product, Mr. Governance, Mr. Whoever, Mr. Solana, Miss Ethereum. You know what I mean? Like, the people are there. The only thing missing is you. Follow us at Rums HQ on X. I am worried that every time I say anything, it sounds like a commercial because of how I speak it. And I don't mean it to come across like a commercial.
It kind of
but,
does.
Sorry about that. But that's a good one.
Will, this was the card, but it was not a CGC.
Right. It was the dark Japanese slow bro.
Yeah,
which is a beautiful card.
Yeah, it was sick, but I don't know exactly like how it worked. It was a PSA, not a CGC, so worth a little bit more. But the instant buyback on it was like 1,523. And right now that same PSA is like insured on Collector Crypt for like 1,100. The price in the last couple of weeks has like just fallen off a cliff. These things are like meme coins. It's ridiculous.
Painful.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, Alex. It's beautiful card.
So because
there's money in them cardboard.
No, I sold it
they'll
back.
Never go to zero.
It was not a card or a character that I was particularly like into. So I was like, it's all right. I'll sell it back. And then that turned out to be the move. And that one card has funded everything else I've done on Collector Crypt ever since.
So you're really more upset about coming to the end of what is quite frankly a generational run, potentially.
Generational run.
You're almost out of dark slow bro money. It's sad.
I just shifted priorities though away from the gotchas, except for like I'm keeping the streak running because I don't know. The thing I'm trying to do also with them is just like farm potential for more airdrops because they just did a points airdrop, which you can redeem for free packs. So I got a bunch of points, which is cool. And those are all cards that turn straight into. That was a great airdrop because it's points that doesn't hurt the token, and you can immediately redeem them for packs, which turns into a card that you can sell back and immediately turn it into cards without having to nuke someone's chart. Good tech. But
that is good tech.
No, it was cool. So I got, I think I got like 3 free $50 packs out of that airdrop, which one of those was a good pull and the other 2 were less than 50, but it was points. So who cares? But no, now I'm much more interested in like hunting through the actual marketplace and trying to find things. But I stand by my complaint before that crypto people getting into Pokemon are trying to treat tokenized Pokemon cards as if there's not an established existing market to look at prices and sales and all this sort of stuff on. And they're just pricing these things on marketplaces as if they're NFTs from 2021, just making up ridiculous numbers, which genuinely makes it pretty hard to like buy them on the marketplaces unless you get really lucky with like a particular collector who actually pays attention to the market. Because some of the insured values and the price data getting pulled onto the platforms, because Collector Crypt doesn't have a fair market value like Courtyard does, which is great. Next to the card, it tells you like the FMV for that card based on recent sales data that they pulled from several different places. So that was my last piece of feedback to Collector Crypt was, hey, throw the FMV on there because that would make it so much easier than, right now you have to have like 4 tabs open to check eBay, PSA cert verification, or CGC, whoever it is, and then also price tracker to look at all the sales data and whatever if you're trying to determine whether or not you want to hang on to one or get rid of it. Anyway, it's been a fun little journey.
So that made me think, if good tech is your favorite buzzword lately, another one I'm hearing a lot of, in addition to Ceasefire, is taste. What do you guys think about taste? Yeah, are you seeing that on social media?
What about it? So the answer is no.
Give me some context.
Give you some context. I was in the SuperTeam USA chat, which I must tell you, I think that if there is a scribe writing lore about the King's group chat, then one of those chats will be SuperTeam USA. It's an absolutely incredible digital room of people. And friend of the show, SuperTeam USA lead Nikki Scanella said, taste is my current favorite buzzword. And several notable people who I would say have pretty valid and well-developed opinions on the topic, like our friend Elizabeth, have gone back and forth about what defines taste, the dimensions of taste, how taste affects your ability to deal with slop or not. And I do see it a lot, especially in tech circles right now, that people are talking about taste. Are you cool? Do you have taste? Taste can't scale. Taste, whatever. Taste. New York's hottest club is Taste. They've got everything.
All right.
I hate this.
Yeah, sorry. Is taste one of those words for you, like moist, like ST words? A lot of people don't like those.
No, it just sounds unnecessarily pretentious.
Fair.
That's what it means. We have to have a word, so we choose. No, we're using this word now. It has to have this and and then you fart into a wine glass and you smell it. You get a boner and you walk about throughout your day.
Sorry.
You seen that South Park episode with the Priuses?
Yeah. That's exactly with the Priuses.
Timeless classic.
Fart in their wine glasses. Oh yeah. And they go about their day. They didn't have boners, but in my mind,
that was a sentence I really could have lived without. I must say I could have lived.
Yeah,
without.
I got to be honest.
That was me. That was me with the whole taste thing.
Oh my gosh. All right. If you've got taste, if you've got a question, a suggestion, leave it in the comments. We have plenty of time to talk about whatever's on your mind. We had EFTIMIE asking, when are we going to have Jupiter on the show? We would love to have friends from the Jupiter
I would love to have
on
Jupiter on there.
Yeah. So hook us up. We will get the hookup too. And there's people around all the time. I'm going to Miami next week, and Alex is in Michigan right now. Will is preparing for the role of his life.
I'm going to be in Canada.
Dude,
we're all going to be away next week. Weird.
We always have something going on, which I love and appreciate. It's good to have a whole team and to be doing real stuff. There's nobody I'd rather be doing it with than you guys. Did you see the Robinhood FUD today after they've become sort of the new meme coin casino, and how everybody now, if you haven't caught this, is joking about leaving their crypto home for Robinhood?
No,
yeah,
what was the FUD?
I mean, the FUD is the same FUD that Robinhood has always had from people in crypto, that it's not real crypto. Sure, you can buy Bitcoin there, but it is not yours, that kind of thing. Why would you leave crypto to go to Robinhood? And there are just all these memes, like there's this new prediction market called World XYZ that's launching on Solana, and they made this post today that was like, after careful consideration with the team, we have decided that we are moving from Solana to Robinhood. And in the wake of their announcement of this, which looks very serious but is in fact a joke, like having Jack Kimball on CNN The News, a number of people have reacted with like rage. They're like, I can't believe you're leaving Solana for Robinhood. You're such a sellout. And it's totally a joke. It's totally a joke. And now everybody is like rebranding. A lot of Solana people are rebranding. The Soul Brothers podcast is now like the Robinhood podcast, or whatever.
Mert officially ordered the Solana trenches to stop doing business with the Robinhood trenches. Yeah, the lore runs deep.
Yeah.
Serious.
But I will say, Robinhood, good job getting some headlines, man. World, I mean,
they're gonna make a bunch of money from it. People will use it.
Oh yeah.
Because
and hopefully it'll get better. I don't want it to suck. I want it to be good. I really do. I want everybody who might trade anywhere to have better options, more freedom. Self-custody would be cool one day. Privacy.
I don't know if Robin's gonna do it. What I feel like is gonna happen is the Robinhood L2 will just be like a button that you press on the Robinhood website, but they actually won't put like a UI or like a graphical user interface for you to actually interact with their blockchain. It'll just be directly on Robinhood's site, be like, do you want to earn XYZ%? And then you press a button and it goes off into the Robinhood blockchain. And then you're like, oh, do you want to pull it back? And then it'll pull it back to get ready to sell. And it won't give you like the opportunity to take it off the exchange.
Jeez.
That's what I think is going to happen.
I think you're quite right.
Hey guys.
Yeah. What's up?
Guess who just pulled a CNN?
Oh no, who was it? Not us, I hope.
CoinMarketCap just posted this as a real story. Latest prediction market World XYZ says it's migrating to Solana or from Solana to Robinhood days after launching with Chainlink as its Oracle provider. And in the comments right up here is World going insane, to be honest. And then right underneath it, KRTV, for such an unserious industry, people never understand satire.
Correct.
Good job, CoinMarketCap. Either you are, well, you know, the only way to recover from this is to pretend that this was also satire. Just really playing into it.
Yeah, that could be the move. I saw it.
Could be that is the move.
That is the move.
Lucas
That's the
posted
only
about
move.
it. The co-founder of Jito posted about it earlier today. He said, I am taking screenshots of every single one of you who thought this was serious. That fell for the troll is what he said.
Well, and even the White Whale said that after careful consideration, they are migrating from Solana to Solana.
Yeah. I talked to the White Whale today. I caught up with them, and I heard about an adventure they had with, all I will say is, another person whose name you probably know even better than the White Whale that is considering dipping their toe into the meme coin casino. It's somebody who frankly has no business doing it.
He's just going to get hit with a lawsuit.
I don't know. We don't have
Not
to
the
go
White
on-
Whale, this other person.
Yeah, I want to make a video about it because he's been very public on the timeline, and he's clearly asking for like feedback and input, and it doesn't sound like he's getting good help and advice from other people around. So we got to watch out. We got to protect our people.
Of course he's not. The only advice anyone needs to get from that is don't do it, you idiot. That's it. That's the whole conversation. Just clip that and then play it on repeat for anyone who asks the question, should I launch a meme?
I don't know how to explain it, man, but that's the curse of the visionary.
Sorry,
you
that
see
was,
something they don't see, and then
was
you got to
me,
walk them there.
No, I have to remember I don't understand culture, and that was my fault again. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but you know what you do understand? Potatoes. Got a
Amen.
good eye. Got a good eye for a good potato.
Real good eye.
You want to have like ratemypotatoes.com, and you can do like Doug's chart grading app, but it can be for potatoes. Like, would you long or short that potato?
I don't know. But you just reminded me that Doug sent me a video of this thing that he built, and I need to take a look at it. So
We showed it on the screen this morning, and I am completely for it.
okay, I'm gonna have to take a look.
Do you want to see it now? We could screen it again. I am totally not
It's
opposed to giving Doug more
Okay.
airtime for this
Yeah,
chart
okay.
journal
It's
because he needs distribution help, but he wants feedback. This is one of
and
about
I-
a dozen. Go ahead.
I called him today because I wanted to run an idea by him, and the thing that I would really like to do is incorporate. So this is not really alpha because I think we're the only people that care about it. I'm making a new website for the show. It's going to be way better than the one that we're on right now,
Thank
and
God.
I think it would be super cool to have like an in development app sandbox where like people like Doug can vibe code apps that I can host on the big Rise Up website, and then you can go through and like mess around with them, basically embedded on the website, and then leave feedback and comments for like apps that are currently being developed or worked on, and then everyone can kind of participate in like shaping what could be, who knows, one of the next great apps. And I think something like that on there would be killer. And I don't think it would be that hard for me to do that, especially because people building it have obviously full control over the whole thing. Just kind of let me host it. It's just gonna be Doug, a lot of Doug, and then me. But
Doug was telling me, that Circle, he finds it hard to use, but since we're having a whole business meeting now, I might as well tell Tori or Tori in the future that one of the things I think would be great is if we had like more visual buttons instead of like just text-based tables of contents, I would love to come to a page that's like, what do you want to see? And it's like Doug's face and it's like Doug's den or whatever, and just links to all Doug's stuff. It can live on the website for sure. But he was telling me he longs for better distribution, and I said, I think we can probably help get you connected with some people who'd be really interested in features like this.
For better distribution?
Didn't even do it on purpose, but
I thought you did. I was like, wow, that was really good. I was just sitting here being like, damn,
That was good. That was a good one.
solid.
I got to give myself a point for that. Okay, without further ado, this is the concept. Will, we want to know what you think, and I've got it, man. Doug says he's got about 12 more ideas like this ready to go. Oh, you got it? You got it? You want to race me? Okay.
I've already got you
go
here.
for it. Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, our friend Doug.
Hello. Finally, I've been able to make some progress on ideas that I've had for 4+ years with where AI is right now. So being able to bring some of these things to life is pretty cool. So I wanted to share one with you. So this is solving for the journaling problem. Like most charters, TA analysts, ones who want to look at a lot of charts, have difficulty journaling because it's a lot of time. You got to type things in, so on and so forth. But for me, like also, I like looking at a lot of charts. I want to just look through charts objectively and quickly give it a score based on my kind of just looking at it. And there's no easy way to do that. So this essentially helps that by giving an easy way for me to score favorably, bullish or long, let's say, from 0 to 5. And then short from 0 to 5 in the other direction. So also too, I can auto progress through lists. So I'll show you an example here. So these are a bunch of crypto in alphabetical order here. We got bonk, gross, 4. So you can't see it, but it just stored my 4. And I'll show you
Bonk,
after
gross,
in a simple little database of the time
My immediate
frame.
feedback
So
is
the time
give me a
frame here,
gross button.
ticker,
Yeah,
and score. And if I want to, I can add a note. So like right here, Floki, which actually looks not bad. We'll still do this. Come look
Doug,
at
I'm gonna speed you
Floki
up.
on a bullish breakout test. Maybe interest for a long. Got that. Got my note here.
Speed you up
Give
a
it
little more,
3.
Doug.
And
Show-
I've saved
show me.
the text and also to the score associated with it and the time when it actually was cataloged, all that and so forth. So long story short, this just becomes kind of a way to, regardless of how many people would want to use something like this, I think it's more entertaining purposes too at the same time on just quickly going through charts and scoring them. So like right now, I'll do it quick, right? So Pepe to this one, or this is to, I don't even care the ticker name. Nope. And this I'm entertaining 3.
You know,
Nope, short that.
just charts
boring,
at
don't
the
care,
speed of Doug.
Compare. So yes, like again, going through this is interesting. 2, 3. Yeah, I'll take that back, but neutral, ew, gross. But yeah, just quickly.
You gross.
I'm talking through them at the same time, having some way of journaling it. What is this? AVAX. Oh, no good squiggle. There you go.
There you go.
Look at them all right all the time.
Oh man. Okay, so you get the idea. It's very cool. We love supporting our friend Doug and want to know what you think. We want you to go into his comments, leave him a encouraging remark, and tell him, yeah, you got to do it. Don't overwhelm him, maybe, and don't scare him.
Don't scare him.
Doug,
This is don't scare him. This is a man who once accidentally created a pretty damn viral meme coin. I think if anything was going to scare him, it was that.
poor Doug.
It did.
It
learned his
definitely
lesson.
scared him.
He was definitely horrified. He was at Thanksgiving dinner or Easter dinner or whatever, and he was like, "Wait, I gotta go. I gotta go. I accidentally made a very viral meme coin."
Just don't do it.
No, but
bad news.
you know, what a cool feature though, right? Like, can you imagine how a social media for traders would be, where you could use features like that and then follow people like Doug to see Doug's grades, for example, or Will's
that'd be
grades
great.
or
Just
silly
like
chart
really
art.
quick, it'd be nice.
I just like it. It was cool, and it's awesome to see that people are able to build that now. The question is, who are we going to plug him in with to get him distribution? I think maybe we could show it to the Jito team. I sent it to the White Whale, and I'm sure there are plenty of other people who would want a feature like that. He just wants it to be alive so he can use it,
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. Like that's the way to like vibe code an app. Like, hey, you want something because you would use it. Remember that none of us have ever had an original experience, so that probably means someone else wants to use it too.
Yeah,
So
and
build it.
Feral says in the comments, as someone who is a ferret up in these streets and hates tracking the journals, that's a very common piece of feedback. Take my money.
Excellent. Well, we'll get you in there into the unofficial pre-alpha release of whatever we're calling that.
I'm a little ashamed to say I don't know how to interpret this next comment, except I can tell it is meant well from our good friend Cody C. Vish, who says, you know what? Y'all the top gear of crypto. Best chemistry between y'all. I just need to confirm. That's the automotive show, right? The excellent
Yes.
one.
Evan.
Yes,
The English guy, right?
It is
Jesus
one
Christ,
of the most
Evan.
popular shows of all time.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Just sorry, Alex.
That's that most popular show of all time ever, right? Correct, Evan. That is correct.
Okay.
And it is a compliment.
Guys,
Evan.
that's what this is a safe space. There's no dumb questions here.
This is
There
not
no-
a safe space for you, you absolute wiener.
Okay,
This is-
all right.
Who
I'm
told
gonna
you this
stand-
was a safe space?
I'm going to stand in the middle here. I'm going to say, Evan, you should really know what Top Gun is, but I'm going to stand in between the guy
here.
who knows no pop culture and the literal mechanic. Okay, so you might not know what Top Gear is, but you should have heard of it. Known that was a compliment.
Don't ever ask me, is Top Gear the show with that British guy? Ever again.
Is
will
it that
rage
one
quit
though? It
this
is that
whole
one,
screen.
right? It's the English guy was like,
Yeah,
It's that one.
you just did it.
that
I
one.
literally just said, don't ever ask me that again, and then you did it.
I had to do it before
course
I
it
could
is.
stop. I had to know. So.
Ugh. Okay, listen. All you need to do is go watch one single episode. It's called To Kill a Toyota, and they take a Hilux and they just try to destroy it. And it is an iconic episode. One of the best
It's so
episodes
good.
in anything ever. To Kill
Yeah.
a Toyota.
I will
To
watch
Kill a
it before
Toyota.
I fall asleep
It's
tonight.
everyone should watch it. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then go
everybody
buy
in
a
the comments
Toyota.
says, "Oh man, killing a Toyota."
This show is not
to
yet
kill a
sponsored
Toyota."
by Toyota, but please.
Someone send him the cuts of Top Gears immediately. This is now a canon event.
Okay, noted. Yeah, we'll accept memes, links, forward them to my inbox. I will do my best. Tori is asking. This is not me. Is it a British show or is it? It's like a global show, right? It's like a YouTube show. Yeah.
No,
Okay. All right. Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll catch
we'll
up.
figure it out. No, it's a British show, and it what network?
I've
would it
definitely
air
seen
on?
the guy. I know the guy. I know his content.
AMC? Wasn't it
Behind
AMC?
the wheel of this incredible machine, I am free. He's
What do you
like
mean,
he's like
the
a
guy.
poet.
There's Richard Hammond.
Yeah,
and
that's the
then
guy.
There's Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, but there's like a main
And-
guy. I forget his name.
And Jeremy Clarkson is Jeremy Clarkson is kind of the the ringleader.
Jeremy
but
Clarkson. That's who I'm thinking of. But I've
I
definitely
was really
seen
pausing
James
for dramatic
May.
effect. Yeah. Okay. So you do know. I was purposely pausing to see if you at least knew one of their names because James May is also hilarious.
Oh, I didn't
and
know it.
got
I had to Google it, but
Oh, God damn it! I was going to give you that. Okay, Guamp. I don't have a soundboard with me. I can't participate in the corruption tonight.
oh damn, that's a Guamp for you not having a soundboard, and I will honor the Guamp you
Oh
gave
my
me.
God.
So there. But I'm also
Wow.
going to give myself a ding for being such a good sport.
For being such a good sport. You are a great
Do you
sport.
guys see the corruption right in front of your face as we speak?
Let me remind you,
Look at him.
Tori is leading with 10 points right now. It's going to be hard to top that, but Christina's got 5, and I'm pretty sure that puts her in second.
I'm sorry
Uh-huh.
to say, apologies to my lovely wife, but there is no way Tori doesn't win the episode for getting the Twitter back. Because if you guys could see how many emails Tori has sent back and forth to Twitter premium support, not just them, but actually 2 different branches of support who clearly have never spoken to each other. It's just Tori arguing with the first guy, him not solving the problem. The second guy being like, hey, just popping in. Is this still a problem? And she's like, yeah, believe it or not, you actually still haven't fixed shit. And then back to
Correct.
the first guy. And it's been every day. And she's just sitting there watching it because like the first email comes in and 18 minutes later, a sternly worded message goes right back to Twitter support from Tori that just politely tells them, no, actually, believe it or not, this is still a problem. We still do not have access to it. And they're like, wait, what happened again? And then she has to explain the whole thing again from the top. It's ridiculous. So she wins.
Yeah,
We're competing
Tori's
for second
winning
place
tonight.
right now.
Yeah, the goat, Tori. We appreciate her.
It's actually been such a long time since I've looked at since I've even gazed upon our corporate Twitter account. There she be.
I'm sure that the intern is having a field day. That Matthew is over there just smelling that new.
Oh yeah, it's been
Account
1
smell.
month and like 4 days. The last repost or anything was June 4th.
God. So we got to reactivate the algorithm. We got to put some fun clips up, some hot takes. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Matthew, for getting in there, and we will resuscitate. It'll be good. Okay, guys, what do you want to do? Where do you want to take it? We're just about halfway through the show, which means, as I said before, there's plenty of time if you're in podcast land to pull up YouTube or call Seavish and watch it in his truck. If you're not listening live, then leave us your questions at community.rumshq.com. Tori says, I accept all the roses. And Matthew says, I have it open in 5 different tabs. It's glorious.
I have it open in 5 different tabs.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Especially if you got something. What do you think, Will?
No. I want to ask a question that's going to be painful, but like fun at the same time. I just need to. I have the question in my head. I just now need a couple. I just got to fill in a couple gaps real quick. Give me 1 second. Come to me in 60 seconds.
I will give an extra bounty to somebody who leaves a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify that quotes fun but painful and gives us 5 stars. I would really appreciate that. No explanation, just fun but painful.
Fun but painful. Yeah, actually, that is how that should be. That's going.
That
on
should
my
be crypto.
That's the new banner. That's the banner.
Fun but painful.
Yeah, right underneath my little guy eating glass.
Ooh, I'm almost there. Ah, here we go. This will be fun. Which of these 3 cryptocurrencies would you rather buy with like a significant amount that if you lost it, you'd be upset? You have to buy one of these 3.
I'm already sad.
You have to buy one of these 3.
Okay.
There's Flare,
Oh,
Pi,
man.
Terra Classic. No, Terra Classic's the obvious no. I should pick another one.
Oh, no, I was going to say I would buy Terra Classic all day if I had
Terra
to choose
Classic
between Flare
all
and Pi.
day, every day.
Oh, yeah, Terra Classic over Pi and Flare.
Yeah, because Terra Classic could just randomly pump for no reason and I could get out of there, but the other 2 are just going to bleed.
And I would feel a lot worse selling Flare or Pi into a pump on everybody else's head, because like those poor people don't know any better. Forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. But at least the people trading Terra Classic now are just like straight up degens.
Yeah, I gotta say, looking at the 24-hour chart, you do definitely have a better shot with Terra. Yeah, you do.
That is hilarious to me that a rugged, bankrupt, founder on the run / in prison wherever Do Kwon is now forever chart looks better than 2 live projects doing good things, crushing it.
Yeah,
we are a deeply serious industry.
Yeah, and let me say to the people watching who weren't here then, because I've gotten a lot more comments lately, I do think we're entering maybe the bottom of the bear market, because I'm starting to sense more people like settling and paying attention to other things from history, including like the prices of times gone by. They're always paying attention to the prices. But I was talking to someone today who was sharing they bought a bunch of tops this time around, and they were asking just for some context and some insight on what that was like. And, you know, it's easy to forget how, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is. At that time, those people on the top, what did you say this morning, Alex? As you described Solana's comeback, you said pretty much the guy responsible for taking away the whole market. You see where I'm going with this? You know, Do Kwon, Sam Bankman-Fried, everybody was buying the top because people trusted them. It was just such a different time.
Yeah.
There were those moments in all kinds of past market cycles, but that one was
But
crazy.
those were the thing that we're missing right now, which I think we need, and I think there are several potential candidates here. Leave your favorites in the comments. We had a contagion effect event and a collapse with ridiculous amounts of collateral damage, but we had a villain that could be excised like the tumor that they were, and like Sam Bankman-Fried thrown in prison. And we haven't done that in a minute. And there's several prime candidates. Like, you come after me and be sad about it all you want. It's there. I'm trying to like figure out how to soften this blow, but like the president would be that person right now. Like the guy who swindled that many people into a situation where he was able to personally extract hundreds of millions of dollars in straight liquidity that just got immediately cashed out. That's one of those types of events that like absolutely created ripple effects that went throughout different areas of the industry. It's not like strong and serious enough to withstand that kind of barrage while all the strings are being pulled in the appropriate ways. That's a tumor that needs to be excised. And so without that, it's kind of hard to like have a moment where you can all kind of collectively agree, like, wow, this is rock bottom for right now. It's time to like rally together and, commiserate together, and then like find some sort of, new common goal, and like, hey, at least they're out of here. Like, if it turned out that Michael Saylor chat GPTing his way to building all of this stuff that he's built just collapses like crazy, that would be a Contagion level event with a specific villain who could then be demonized and thrown out. I'm not saying that's what he's doing, although he did admit to vibe coding.
Although he
stretch.
did admit to making the SDRC product with ChatGPT.
Yeah, so but like that's what I mean. Like you gotta have a villain in the story to like rally behind and try and turn around after they're taken down, and we haven't had that. And there've been many terrible. 1010, there was villains in there. Could have gotten one. We sort of had like a little bit of something a while ago with like some of the market makers, and like Wintermute had their drama, and like all that sort of stuff. But nobody went to prison,
Yeah, I didn't mean to make it a downer, but it's just something I've been reflecting on a lot lately, and fun but painful. Really could be
Speaking
the
of
man the crypto
downers,
space. Oh,
question for some of you. You guys used to build on Multiverse X?
yeah. Thanks for bringing up another painful moment of our personal history. What do you want to talk about?
In a fun but painful question, how high do you think the market cap is of Multiverse X right now?
Right now?
For those, right now. So for those of you who don't know,
guesses in the chat,
Evan and Alex, we built an NFT.
That's where Faceless Labs started,
product, where Faceless Labs started over on Elrond before they became Multiverse X.
I'll just go put my first guess on the record and channel my inner Jimmy McMillan to say too damn high.
I'm gonna say 500 million.
Jesus
500
Christ.
million.
If that piece of shit's still at 500 million, I'm done.
Alex, let me get an actual answer from you.
Geez. Well, I'm kind of cheating because I think I know roughly what the price of the token is and roughly what their supply was. I don't know. Maybe I haven't looked at it in a while. Anything is going to make me sad. I would say 200 million.
The answer is 87 million.
Whoa.
That's an $87 million market cap, and this chart is
oh my god, it's 287. I would have guessed it was like $7.
$2.87. It once had a high of $439.
That's wrong. The high was 540. I was there.
I was there. That is wrong.
No, I vividly remember. Evan was there too. I vividly remember that all-time high being set, and all of us collectively being like, "Shit, we have to rework everything because you can't charge 1 e-gold per sale." When the price just went to 540s, we were like scaling back everything and doing whatever, and then it cratered immediately. So was not a problem that lasted very long.
I guess it only lasted for so long it didn't even show up on the coin market cap chart.
Yeah, I learned a lot of really painful things about tax law during that whole thing.
Yeah.
Painful point. And
painful but fun.
I've got to pivot away from fun but painful. Can I take you there?
Sure.
This is a good question from Llama that will resuscitate you. And it may be painful for some people because this is another thing I've started to see a lot of lately on the timeline, on the chat, whatever, is cold storage FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt about cold storage devices. And I love a good dose of healthy skepticism. But I am seeing a lot of people that I think should know better who are telling folks that cold wallets are not safe. They're giving them concerns about keys. And Llama, good to see you, asks a very sincere question to say, how do you know that you can trust the manufacturers of a cold storage device like, we got the Arculus, like Ledger, like Trezor? And the short answer that I will drop it at and give it to you guys is you don't with the best legitimate cold storage devices. You don't need to trust the manufacturer because of how the key generation process works. What you need to worry about instead is your own ability to understand and responsibly practice self-custody. So with that, how is it that manufacturers make keys trustless? Like, this is an Arculus product. How do I know they haven't been in this box and grabbed the wallet and resealed it? And, why would I use their wallet if they could do that?
So there's a couple things. First, one, you can't and shouldn't trust anything blindly. Or if you do, you should recognize that is a choice you're making that could come back to bite you. I'm talking about blind trust specifically. Trust in a thing that you are not able to go and verify yourself, which is a thing that you do all the time. Plenty of people, I've heard this. I didn't make this up. I wish I could take credit for this.
Go on, Shark King.
You've just been waiting to slide that in since the beginning.
It wasn't quite a "we love a short king," but
in a moment where I was trying to be the bigger person too of all times.
I'll dig you for it. I'm so sorry. You don't have to. You're
trust. Not sorry.
You wish you could take credit for this, but
I wish I could take credit for it. I want to say it might have been Daniel who said this ages ago, that people blindly trust all sorts of things all the time. You blindly trust, if you're not a mechanic, that your car is not just going to spontaneously combust as you drive down the road, or that food you buy from a store that you didn't see where it came from has not been poisoned or tainted. And you can do that because the reputation of a company rests on it, and companies are driven by the desire to make more money, and big bad things like that coming out hurts the bottom line. So if there was a hardware wallet manufacturer that was manufacturing wallets wherein they were stealing people's keys and then draining their wallets, that company would not stay in business for very long, because someone would find out about it immediately. That would be blind trust. But like Evan alluded to, a lot of this stuff is open source firmware and hardware sometimes, which you can actually just go and take the full impetus to learn the entire thing top to bottom, and you could verify the entire thing, all the way through. And then the key generation is math that's also open source, that you can also go from start to finish on and look through the whole kind of thing and kind of understand how that works. And there's so many instances wherein that could happen. If we're talking about that FUD for a cold wallet, then we should absolutely be talking about it for hot wallets. One thing that immediately drove me insane, I'll bring it back to lambasting Multiverse X for a second. When they opened their new, at the time, new hot wallet called X Portal and tried to consolidate everything into an everything super app that coincidentally sucked at all those things. One of the things that it actually still to this day mandates that you do is back up your password to Google Cloud and then reconfirm it by typing it into the app every time you reopen it, if too much time has passed and they have to security lock it. So crazy. And I actually do know, it's been so long now I don't care about this anymore. I do know a person who is like an ex black hat turned white hat hacker who broke that on day one and was able to get all sorts of shit from that app, from people's wallets and all their sorts of information. He did the thing that he got paid to do, which was turn the bug into the team to fix, but crazy. So there's plenty of other juicier targets in the hot wallet world that you should be way more worried about stealing your information than a cold wallet manufacturer that's sold millions and millions of wallets. But it's genuinely a good question, because I don't think maybe most people don't know that all of this stuff, or a lot of this stuff, is open source, and some of it's not. There's proprietary technology that gets used in these things all the time, but you can look up every single one of those things, and Arculus has proprietary technology, and we've actually asked Dr. Adam Lowe, their chief of product, that question on the air at least 2 or 3 times now, to kind of walk through that, the system about, some things being closed source, some things being open source, and all that sort of deal. But yeah, honestly, great question.
It is a great question. Go ahead, Will.
I have another fun, random question.
Take it away.
For those of you who may not have been around in 2017, when altcoins were just a new, fresh babe, I think 2016 was the first year.
We were all bright-eyed and full of hope and optimism.
Bright-eyed, exactly. Dash was one of the top cryptocurrencies. Its whole thing was,
yeah, brother.
It was going to be a payment coin, and payment coins are blowing up. This is at the time, actually, when XRP came out. And people were like, oh my God, XRP, there's an actual company. Whoa, crazy. It was mind-blowing at the time. So, there are a lot of coins that have fallen out of the top 5 or top 10. A lot of them. And Dash is one of them. But where on CoinMarketCap, what number, what rank is Dash today?
Ooh.
And I will tell you this, the answer will surprise you.
I'm going to say
Dash.
number. I think it's made a comeback is the reason he's saying that, and I think it's number 43. I was going to say 43 or 76, but I went. I'm going with 43. I'm feeling
I'm
confident.
with 43. Getting some
43,
guesses in here for 11.
Ah,
Little ambitious.
It's certainly not 11.
630 as well from Austin.
I would say, I guess the over under is 100. So 75.
Well, Alex, you are the closest. Dash is ranked, and this is very surprising. It's ranked number 84.
Why?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know
would say
why.
so.
I don't know why. It's just got like dead money in it, I think. It has a market cap of $439 million.
Wow. I'm going to give Carmen all the dice, the point in the chat. Alex, you got a point too for beating me, but Carmen said 92. Pretty darn close.
Pretty darn close.
They keep hanging on. What's the market cap of Dash, Will?
It was just below $500 million. It's 439 million.
Ah, bigger than Multiverse X. Gone, man.
Significantly bigger.
Pain. One last note I wanted to give about the cold storage question. As you seek to verify these things yourself, it really would help you to get in touch with the manufacturers directly because like Alex says, you have to trust everything, but a good legitimate cold storage company is going to give you all the resources you need to personally, independently verify how this technology works, how it can generate your keys locally so that even if somebody screws around and hands you a compromised device, you can still create a new wallet and generate secure private keys that only compromise your crypto if you reveal them because you put a password in your notes app or write a seed phrase on a coffee table napkin or something like that. It's a difficult. I say difficult. It's not a difficult thing, but it's an important thing to understand the risks and benefits of self-custody. And it is, I will absolutely die on this hill, the most secure way when you use it well to directly own your crypto. It's an offline device and it's yours. I know we say it all the time, but the one commercial I'll make for Arculus, and one of the reasons we chose to pursue them, aside from the fact that they're a legit, like, actual company that makes these chips for a living and has much accountability, is because if you are somebody who's getting into self-custody for the first time, you're not sure about it, there are a lot of different options. But I like that this one doesn't require any software updates. I used to use a Ledger, a Nano X, and this thing is just, I mean, I don't know. Can we please normalize a good user experience for crypto wallets so they aren't so hard to use well? Austin said it in the comments that a lot of people are going to be better served, maybe by not pursuing self-custody, trading off direct ownership so that they can have a password reset tool, or a company like Coinbase or Robinhood, even though we give them shit, that is going to stand up and say, like, hey, we'll take care of this for you the way a bank would. We're in crypto because we believe that it is an awesome, incredible, world-changing opportunity to be able to own a digital thing yourself and not need to do that. But too many people get burned by just rushing in before they've asked the questions, done the research, figured out how it works. So don't let that be you either. Don't let somebody bully you into or out of cold storage. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming
but
to
at
my
the same
TED
time, you know, totally right. Not everybody needs it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Not
That's not a
everybody
hot
needs
take. It should not be a hot take.
Not a hot take. No. I mean, I've had cold storage and I've kept stuff on exchanges for years and years and years and years. And like I do stuff in DeFi. So like I use it all. I find a purpose for all of it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Alex, you look. Go ahead.
There's a good question on TikTok just about whether or not there are ways that you can tell whether or not the price of something or the market as a whole is being manipulated. Are there signs? And that feels like a Will question. There are things in the charts or the liquidity maps or whatever, Will, that you look for specifically to say that, like, hey, something fishy is afoot, or
I mean,
that
honestly,
feels like kind
I
of a
feel
thing
like,
that's more clear in hindsight, but that, like, oh, that was a
I mean, yeah, it's definitely more clear in hindsight. But like, if you want to see like what whales are doing, use a blockchain explorer. You know,
Yeah. And
go and look and see if the large wallets are dumping. I mean, that's how you know. I'm not trying to beat them up right now. I'm just going to mention them because it's the most popular. It's like well-known example. Ripple owns a lot of XRP and they sell it as the price of XRP goes up because it's how they fund their company. And you can see them selling. You can go to their wallet. You can watch them selling out of their wallets, the biggest wallet. And so you can do that for a lot of cryptos. Like in our like TA, in my guide that I give people on how to research cryptos, one of the steps is go to the blockchain explorer, pull up the wallets. You know, you'll be able to identify which ones are a part of the smart contracts that actually like run the platform. There's going to be a lot of the supply there. You shouldn't be too worried about that. But then you can go and see like normal wallets and deduce for the most part, like how much do the whales have? And then you can look and see how many of those whales are selling. And if you see like multiple whale accounts selling, or at least they start selling, you might want to maybe take some short-term profits because that typically triggers a cascade of other whales selling. And when whales dump their bags, big waves are generated, and usually not in a good way.
I want to zoom in on that answer just a little bit to give them a few more steps. If that's new to you, Blockchain Explorer, or even if you're a user of Blockchain Explorers, but you're a little rusty, what you need to know is that websites you frequent like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, or if you're new and you don't know those websites, just write them down, remember them, come to the community with questions later or our comments with questions later. Websites like CoinGecko, like CoinMarketCap, and even I think X now. I think X is doing contract addresses. We'll have something that we'll mention called a contract address. They have all kinds of information about your favorite crypto tokens. They've got a good link to their website, a link to a white paper, and what you're looking for specifically is this link for explorers. But there's other stuff here too. You can see, for example, which kinds of, in this place they call it markets, which kinds of exchanges support the token, where you might trade for it. If you're like, oh, where do I get that token? You can go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and look up markets. You can toggle between centralized exchanges, which will be called CEX, and decentralized exchanges that you'd log into with a wallet. Those will be called DEX. You'll see the price. You'll see how much liquidity they have there. This is a really interesting thing. Sometimes people will say things like, yeah, the whales are buying, but they don't know that it's an exchange wallet who is in the business of keeping a mountain of some of these popular tokens just to sell them to you and facilitate arbitrary trading. But you can see with a pretty high degree of certainty, because CoinGecko's business depends on this, and you can easily check it against CoinMarketCap or check it against the exchange. You can see information like this. Now, we're going to go to the contract address. Remember I said before it was called something else, though. Explorers is what we're looking for. In this case, XRP doesn't list CoinGecko doesn't list a contract address for XRP. So you're going to go to the Blockchain Explorer. XRP Scan is probably the most popular blockchain explorer for XRP. There are others like Etherscan for the Ethereum network. A lot of them have similar names like that. Some of them have slightly different interfaces, and some of them specialize in being a little more user-friendly than others. But a lot of them look like this. They have a search bar at the top. They have a list of maybe the most recent transactions, or in this case, validated ledgers, validators. These are the people whose computers do the actual work of processing the transactions to add them to the record we call the blockchain. And you might also be able to find some stats and things like that. So from here, what I want to do, well, and let me just quickly show you metrics at the top on the XRP Explorer is got a bunch of things that will not be helpful to you. Like if I scroll, sorry for the motion sick people, average number of transactions per ledger. Odds are in your research here, you're going to encounter all kinds of terms and all kinds of like pictures. You'll have no idea what this stuff is. this would be a good use for going to GPT, a good use for going to Claude, and an even better use for coming to something like the Rise Up community, where you can fact check GPT, ask a human to walk you through this kind of thing. But it's really everything that is on the blockchain lives here. But for now, I'm going to go back to the homepage. I'm just going to click into any random transaction. All this stuff is clickable. And you can see, I want to show you, that each transaction on a given blockchain has a unique identifier called a hash. And on some, they're slightly different. Like, for example, in XRP, on the XRPL, there is a parent hash and there is a ledger hash. They use ledger to talk about, like, if you think of the blockchain as a notebook where every page is in order, the ledger is like the next page, the current page, the page that just got minted. And the parent hash is like the ones before it that could lead you to it. And we call it a blockchain because all the transactions, they're linked in chronological order. And they are linked to each other so that you could see a whole record of what everybody has done. Now, you can also see a couple other things here. Like on this Explorer, it classifies the transactions as, payments, an offer was created, an offer was canceled, who it was sent to or from, who initiated it, if there was an amount associated with it, and all this other kinds of stuff that you can see anytime. It all has hashes. Every actor has an address, and all of it will help you as you learn to trace information through the blockchain. Now, I want to show you one last idea. I'm almost done, website. I'm almost done with the screen share. Will, I know your shoulder's getting tired. That one is Arkham, A-K-R-M.
Well, before you change websites, do you want to show how you can see like how much is in each wallet? Oh, you have that right here.
Yeah. How much is in each wallet? So sorry if I didn't before. I would, for example, these from and to addresses are wallet addresses. Some of them have names, like this one just says XRPL, which means as a shortcut that it is the issuing wallet.
But then if you look to the right of that, you'd be able to see the percent of the total supply that they own as well.
Is that right? I don't think I can see that here. I think this is that?
Oh, that's the total amount in each transaction.
That's the amount that's sent in the transaction, the fee. That's right. I'm so sorry. I forgot to say we were going to go look up. Let's look up on Arkham the amount that a particular wallet owns because I find it to be easier to read. The thing about these blockchain explorers that I've already said is that looking at that, it's like looking at a weird computer checkbook. But websites like Arkham, websites like CryptoQuant are in the business of pulling information from several blockchain explorers to make it easier for you to parse through it. Arkham specifically identifies wallets and helps you track interesting movements between them. Like right here, they've got a cool trending insights story about Soul Whale takes $49 million in profit as Fireblocks custody realizes $11 million in loss. But if you wanted to search for the data that would become the story yourself, you could say, look up XRP. And now we've got tokens. Here's Binance pegged XRP $1.09. That's interesting. I'm not surprised they don't track the XRP token because not everything on XRP's ledger is public. But this is a pretty good estimate for at least one segment of whales on the market. A fun fact about XRP is that of all the centralized exchanges, Binance has usually got the deepest order book, meaning at any given time, they've got the most tokens that are just sitting there that they can trade. If a whale wants to sell their XRP tokens and they want to do it on a centralized exchange, they're probably going to use Binance. But they also might use something called over-the-counter trades. They also might use an order router, which takes a little bit from Binance, a little bit from Coinbase, a little bit from there are lots of options. And I hope you can see that this rabbit hole goes as deep as you want it to. But right now, I just want to end by showing you what Will has asked for the whole time. Entity balance changes, top flows, about the wallet. You can find the wallets that have the most tokens here by inflow or outflow, by overall balance. Let me see if I can, from, to, no maximum. Yes, sure. And I'm just trying to see if I can find who the top holders are on Binance per Arkham. Unsurprisingly, it is Binance themselves, the centralized exchange. They've got $217 million of tokens. Bing X, 14 million. Venus Protocol, 5 million, then 2 million, and so on and so forth. And again, this is just XRP that is pegged to Binance's network. It's on the Binance Smart Chain. So XRP, like many tokens, can live on many different networks. We'd want to go somewhere else, probably to another blockchain explorer to look it up, but you can see how much they have, how much it's worth, what percentage of the total supply they own. And you can, if you hear a crazy claim, fact check yourself, brother. And one more time, if you need help from us doing it, then the best place to go is community.rumshq.com. Guys, anything to do before I stop sharing the screen on Arkham or the Blockchain Explorer? Anything to add about your favorites or things not to do with them? No?
Hang on. There used to be a place, and it's been a while since I've done it. There used to be a place to go to track the top 100 whale accounts. Let me see if that site's still running.
Alex,
Like
what were you
across
going to...
different. Sorry, I was just no. I would just add on the advice for all those different explorers. There's a tremendous amount of information that you can get from those things. I mean, you got to remember, at the end of the day, a blockchain is just a database, and it stores a tremendous amount of information. And the Explorer is the way that you can go read literally anything that is on a blockchain. If it is a blockchain, an actual blockchain, and they have an Explorer, you can read anything you want there. Which is another reason to bag on Multiverse X, because on their blockchain Explorer, you can only see the most recent 10,000 transactions, and then you have to ask them to send you the other ones if you want to look further back than that, which is insane. No, I just go to any one of them and literally just click around and find stuff. And if you're not sure what you're looking at, take a screenshot. That's a great use of ChatGPT or Claude or one of those. Take a screenshot of the thing on the page and send it to that and be like, what am I looking at? What does that number mean? What is this? Blah, 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 whatever. Just, you can't break anything by clicking around in there, and they're free to use.
Yeah. Can I take the screen share real quick? So CoinCarp is a site that all of you should use. Yeah, I was trying to remember the name of the site. It's been such a long time. CoinCarp does a great job because they have a top 100 rich list for the largest holders of a coin. So I'm just going to pull up
Don't
Bitcoin here. So again, let me just go to the front. You're at CoinCarp. It looks a lot like CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, what have you. And I'm just gonna click Bitcoin here, and it'll get you, the market. It'll get you, tokenomics of Bitcoin, yada yada. But it gets you this rich list also. And so this will, let's actually do, over the last year. This will show you the top 100 holders in the top red. The orange is the top 50 holders. The green is the top 20 holders, and the blue is the top 10 holders. And it'll show you how much percentage of the supply is owned by these groups over time, over the past year or so. So you can see like how centralized the holdings of, in this case, Bitcoin or any crypto is as you go through. You can also see the amount of Bitcoin holders over time. So it's different addresses that hold Bitcoin, as you can see for the most part, except for dips along the way, up and to the right. And then you can scroll down here and you can actually see these wallets. Now you can see like Binance is listed, Bitfinex is here, some Binance wallets, OKX wallets, but you can see what percent of Bitcoin is owned by these wallets. And you can, it doesn't have to be for Bitcoin. We could, I'm just going to scroll down. I'm going to randomly choose this one. It's Metaverse X.
Come on. That's
Metaverse X.
I can't believe
that was random. That was random. So if we go to the rich list of Metaverse X, maybe it doesn't have,
it's not going to be us, guys.
It can't pull the data. I'm going to pull another random one here. Cardano. Let's go to the rich list of Cardano. Oh, I think CoinCarp might be having a hard time.
Oh, I see. An API.
It's having a hard time right now.
It is an excellent website. Like Austin, I forgot about it. And I just want to address something on your when you were waiting for Bitcoin holders to load. The top 100, it started with Binance, and somebody would in the audience reasonably say something like, hang on. I thought Michael Saylor and Strategy had the most Bitcoin. Of course they do. But the other problem with tracking analytics on chain is, do you know Michael Saylor's wallet address? No? Oh, good luck. And there are a
He's
lot of
got
people.
a lot of them.
That's right. There are a lot of people whose job it is to try and find it, but we don't know every single address that Michael Saylor has or could have. And he
got a lot of
discloses
them.
those things, but, or at least some of it. But the cool thing about blockchain is it's transparent. The tough thing about blockchain is you've got to connect a lot of dots yourself.
Oh, I think something is wrong with CoinCarp right now because, they still have the blockchain explorer here, so you can see wallets that Ethereum is owned by and going all the way down, but it's not populating. So there might be something off with CoinCarp right now.
Got a stale Oracle or something. Dang.
Yeah. I don't know.
Cool. Good tip. I want to do this and say, if you've got a last question, suggestion, a good joke, a word of wisdom, or something else, let me know before we ride our dogs, ponies, cats, and cows into the sunrise. Will, Alex, is there anything that you guys wanted to get into? I'm looking at the private chat. There it is. Kimberly sent me our headshots from New York. We still have more team pictures that she's got to go through, but
I forgot we did
edit
that.
a whole bunch. She tried to edit a whole bunch from everybody, so you'd have lots of options to choose from. And Will, you particularly had a diversity of look, and I was really excited about that. Alex,
I don't know
I
if I
hope
like the
that you
sound of
like
that.
them. I know Alex notoriously hates having his picture taken, but I hope at least Christina and your parents enjoy them because you got some good pictures in there too. But even Matthew the intern looks like a CEO on the other side of that camera. I can't wait to share those pictures on our new Twitter account. So much cool stuff to
Lovely.
post.
The new old
Pop
Twitter.
Tarts or toaster strudels?
Uh,
It's after dark. Seems like random questions that aren't crypto related are fair game.
honestly, toaster strudels are better, but I don't like going through all the hard prep work. And a Pop-Tart is like pizza or like sex. Man, even when it's bad, it's still pretty good. But when it's good, it's great.
I have never had a toaster strudel in my entire life.
Oh,
I don't
Interesting.
think.
but
have you
you
ever had a
have
pastry that's like one? Like we've had pastries that are like toaster strudels, though.
You know what's crazy is I actually went to high school with the girl whose dad invented toaster strudels.
Oh, she had that toaster strudel money, yeah.
Had that
Dang.
There were two of those kids in my high school. One's dad invented the toaster strudel, and the other one was the son of like this big Michigan company called Corrigan Oil, and that kid was such a douche. His dad used to fly him on their own plane to all the like out of state field trips just because he could. I'm like, I guess get your miles in, but yeah, I've never had a toaster strudel, but I do really like the cookies and cream Pop-Tart. That's the best Pop-Tart.
What about you, Will?
I grew up on Pop Tarts, and as time went by, I was like, I think toaster strudels like taste better because of the icing, but like I will always prefer a Pop Tart.
They look better. They look like they're better.
Oh, they look better. Toaster strudels look just like a hot mess. But it's the wild berry Pop Tarts for me. The wild berry Pop Tarts.
yeah.
Oh, they're good. You know, my love of Pop Tarts gave me my last 100x in crypto actually, because
What?
I bought
I remember.
Popcat simply because Popcats like Pop Tarts. I like Pop Tarts, and I bought Popcat. And I got a 122 or 116x off of it. It was at 150x, and I was like, it's gonna go up forever. And it started going down again. I was like, I should sell the fuck out of this.
That is
Yeah.
exactly the answer to the question you had earlier, which is how do you even do research on a meme coin because you can't.
Yeah.
That's the full extent of the thesis that Will needed to build to buy that pile of junk. Was like, I like Pop-Tarts, buy. And that's how much thought went into it.
Yeah,
Dude,
I took a small amount of money, divided it by 10, put it into 10 random meme coins. 3 or 4 of them went to 0. I sold 2 or 3 of them for like 10%, 30%, 40%, and then the last one was Popcat, and it was a 122x.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Got that toaster strudel money, man.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay,
Yeah, that
Jane
Pop-Tart.
Polly in the comments says, Alex, you have got to try toaster strudels, so we will make it happen for sure the next time we're together. Matthew says the toaster strudel money's got to be a sound clip. And Matthew also had this cute anecdote that I liked. I went to show my mom the pictures, the headshots, and my mom was laughing at one of them, and I went, let me guess. Is Will doing a pose? And she said, yep, LOL. And then my dad was like, it actually looks fitting for him. To which I was like, this is legit the exact conversation Alex started the show with. Yeah. Oh, man. A lot of good questions coming in. So let's maybe rapid fire a couple of these, including, Will, get your Bitcoin chart out again because Crypto Secret wants to know what levels to look for. And we have got... Where'd it go? Oh, no, the comments did that thing. A question here. Is making a meme coin like free money for the creators?
Yeah. That's the grift.
But like, you know, you're making something that's just taking money from people without giving them something.
Yeah, as long as somebody else is there to buy it. And also, as long as there are a couple of meme coins I have seen where...
Granted, people can make money off of them too. But, you know, more people are going to lose than win.
Yeah, and there are some meme coins I've seen where somebody is trying to do something else, like this Afro Man meme token. He's trying to use a meme coin to be like the ticket to his concert, but he's basically reinventing Ticketmaster. Nobody knows better than musical artists the problems of predatory middle people like Ticketmaster. You know, Taylor Swift sells her tickets for $1,000. Then some scalper buys all of them and sells them to you for $2,000, and so on and so on. That's kind of what meme coins do. And so sometimes I also see these communities where people are like, we want to have a meme coin for charity or for a cause. And because it is a meme coin by design, there is all this extra complication. Like, they're going to get the people who launched it, all the fees from it, from trading it. And you're going to have to trust them to route it to whatever charity they say they're going to. They might say, I burned the
donate
keys.
to the charity.
Exactly. But you got to trust them on that too. So meme coins, like, they're fine, but everything is a gamble. It's a PvP gamble. That's all it can ever be when the mechanism is designed that way.
That is the answer, by the way. It's the Pop-Tarts that Tori had at her bakery that she brought.
Yeah. Oh my God. Everything that Tori's Bakery makes is so good.
You know what? I was living in a state of blissful ignorance that those blueberry Pop-Tart pastry thingies existed because I don't have access to them. And it makes me sad. And the really good bakery by my house doesn't do those all the time. They have had them before, but not like, those were good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, there's
seriously.
And then I'll answer the Bitcoin question, but there's a bakery in Boston, and they have a number of locations now, but they are run by a chef who beat Bobby Flay on Beat Bobby Flay. And she beat him with her, it's her pecan cinnamon bun.
Oh.
And dude, it is out of this freaking world. Oh, hey, my phone's about to die. It's at 5%. Hang on a second. Help is on the way, TikTok. Help is on the way.
While he grabs that charger, the only thing I would add to the meme coin thing is that description of free money for the creator. So to launch a token on Pump Fund costs like a couple bucks max. It's dirt cheap. And yes, it is free money for the person who created it. And they are 99.9999999% complete junk, going to go straight to zero. Fast extraction. If you look at the life cycle of most of those things, it's like a gnat. They're alive for like 30 minutes, and like 15 people buy them. They're going to pull out $1,000 and they're going to shut the thing down and launch a fresh one, because it's much easier to get people to buy in a little teeny bit of it while you're trying to get it to bond. That's the whole grift. The whole grift of this shit is just how long can you convince people to keep giving you their money while believing they're eventually going to get something out of it, and they never will. So how long can you tell that story for? And how long can you make them feel bad for doubting you? And then grift until the grift goes out of business. And then you can just blame them for not doing it well enough. They didn't give you enough of their money fast enough, so the thing died and it's all their fault. Literally, I have seen that exact life cycle of like especially creator-led memes. That's exactly how it goes. Creator makes the meme. Yeah. They sell you a grand vision. They steal all your money. They do whatever for it. They make up a bunch of excuses about why they can't do anything with this anymore. What do you want me to do? And then they blame you for it cratering and dying. And then they go and disappear into the ether. That's it. That's the story. So yes, it's a grift.
And I do see a lot of real pain come from communities like that target everyday people, and there's even more pain often rippling out. Another theme I see a lot in crypto that I wish I could tell Afroman about is when we saw it happen with the creator token, the white whale. We saw it with the Oz one. Even people who mean well, like I'm sure Afroman does, end up creating holders who will get burned, and then many of them often, because they've got a chip on their shoulder, they turn around and they say something like, let's do it the right way. But they have made the cardinal sin of not understanding the mechanism and how it is designed to work. And they end up creating another token or another community or something like that and sinking even more money into a thing which ultimately makes them the bad guys. They have to learn through experience sometimes, but it's painful. And I would encourage you, if you're thinking about that, just to skip it altogether. You can launch a great token, but it's not a pump.fun. It's not a meme coin. It's sitting down and understanding how tokens work, what problems they can solve, and we can help you with that kind of thing. But I'm giving Alex, the ick. I can just see him about to throw up.
I'm aging 5 years for every 3 seconds that this continues. But no, the thing I forgot the second life cycle stage of that same thing. It's just like when you lose your money in a scam and then you post a question about it and someone pops out and says like, hey, I hear you just got scammed. I can recover it for a nominal fee. And it's probably the same guy who stole it from me the first time. And then you pay him and then they disappear. And then that cycle goes forever. One of the things that is just as high on my list as possible to be of things that I just abhor, and I mean that with every letter in that word, is I'm gonna do it right. I've seen the meme coin thing done wrong before, and this time it's gonna be run. That one's gonna die even harder than the piece of shit they're pretending they're gonna do a better job than.
Like a crypto revolution.
This is financial advice. All right. This is financial advice. If someone tells you that they're doing this meme because it's time for the little guy to win and we're going to do it right, block, move on, never think about it again.
Yeah, you'll be in a good spot. You'll be much better off.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay. Bitcoin questions include short-term levels to watch out for. What will the war do to Bitcoin, and how important is the $62,000 area?
Well, we got Bitcoin here. If we actually look at the original chart that I typically show, we can see, actually, let me do this. Let me back it out a little bit. Come back in here. Zoom in a tiny bit. Yeah. You see this like general wedge pattern that Bitcoin is in, okay, on the daily time frame? Okay, keep that in mind. Technically, price has come down and touched the top of this, but I will tell you, things look really bad. The breakout of this wedge originally had a target of like 69K. However, this looks like it's failing. It's failing to hold the key exponential moving averages. So this looks like this is just about to do something like this. Right? That's what it looks like. Now, let's go use our new fancy indicators because that's what I'm practicing with. So we still have our same wedge here, right? And what we see is if we zoom in on Bitcoin's chart, and we're on the 4-hour time frame right now. Zoom in on Bitcoin's chart. We can see that there's actually a possibility for Bitcoin to bounce here at 61.12K. We have our, top line of our wedge here. We also have the order book trying to stop price here as well. And we have these liquidation levels also. So this could say we might come down, and there's the possibility for us to rebound here, but it seems highly unlikely to me still. Also, our this one is the Lorenzian classification is triggering a sell signal here, so that's something else to take into account. Combine that with what we saw on the previous chart, it looks a little bad. And here's something else I will put on everyone's radar screen. Let me clean this up. Nope, I don't want the volume. I don't want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of
all these fancy new indicators, man.
And you. Yes, I'm going to clear this up just all across the board. There we go. Give me a flat Bitcoin price. Yes, lovely. Okay, I'm also going to get rid of this. So if we go with Elliott wave theory, Elliott wave theory is always a little wishy-washy to me. And there are a lot of rules with Elliott wave theory. But essentially, it's that price generally moves in about 5 waves. And it goes to the upside and to the downside. And this is a pretty, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your 5 waves for Elliott wave theory. After you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move down or to the upside, you can have like a range of corrections, like it's an A, B, C, or it's a blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that part I've always kind of thought is really kind of just a little stupid to pay attention to, because as a trader, it can be like one of like 3 or 4 or 5 different types of corrections. And I'm like, okay, that's not useful to me. But since we have looked at Bitcoin in this format before, and we looked at the format it was in at the 4-hour time frame, it looks like it's failing to hold key levels of resistance. And so an ABC correction could potentially be likely here. After a 5 waves of an Elliott wave, you typically have some type of an ABC correction. Now, the reason why I say Elliott wave in this instance gets a little like, I don't really pay attention to it too much, because there's no real telling where this B wave can end. And there's no real telling as to where this C wave could end. It could be elongated. It could be, truncated. This could be elongated. It could be truncated. It could be anywhere, right? So it's not really a good tell to you as to where price is going to go. But what we're able to deduce is that because we have a full, complete Elliott wave theory here, we are in some type of corrective move of sorts, however it's going to end up. And clearly, we are right now in that second part of an ABC correction. We just don't know exactly where it's going to go, okay? So because of that, we're somewhere in a corrective period. This doesn't help tell us where it's going to go, but it tells us we are in a corrective period. So again, let's go back and turn on our fancy indicators here. All of our fancy boys and girls. And let's also get our trend lines back. So
what are these new fancy indicators called?
Yeah, tell us again, 'cause we only got it at the start.
Yeah, we'll do it again in a second. Let me just finish this.
Okay.
So this again tells us that there's the possibility that Bitcoin can bounce at 61.6K, because it is where the order book wants to be filled. It is where liquidation levels are. It is the top of our wedge. And also the bottom line of this indicator here is also lining up. This is also going to be an area of support. So 61.6K, likely to have a bounce, okay? From here, if it holds, if 61.6K holds, the next obvious area is for Bitcoin to head to maybe as high as $67,000, because you have more liquidation levels here, and you have the order book is set to be filled here as well, from a standpoint of longs and shorts, okay? So that's if 61.6K is able to hold. I don't think it's going to. If this breaks, the next clear target, again, is based on where the order books are looking to fill positions, between 59K to where the bottom of these liquidation points are that would make, the exchanges a lot of money, all the way down to $57,000, okay? So that's it. We did all of that to say, hey, we are clearly in a corrective period right now. Again, an A wave, a B wave that could end somewhere. This B wave could end at 61.6K and bounce. And then we'd get a C wave up to, it seems, about 67K. If $61,000 doesn't hold, then we'll have a continuation of a B wave downwards to about $58,000 or $57,000 here before you have some type of a move upwards, most likely. So those are the 2 scenarios that we're looking for and keeping our eyes on. And if I go back to my traditional ways of reading the chart here, this looks like garbage. But again, if we're able to hold 61,000, this purple pinkish line here, zoom out even further, this is a major line of support on Bitcoin going all the way back to 2022 and 2023. And so if current price is able to hold 61,000, we could potentially confirm that as support and see a big bounce upwards. So 61,000 is very, 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 very important for us to hold if you want to start to see a bottom formation in Bitcoin and you want to start to see a short-term rally for Bitcoin.
I see the moon.
Also the moon. The new moon would say you shouldn't sell until like Tuesday of next week.
Okay. Okay. Tuesday, we'll see how it does. Tell us one more time for Alex, because I think he missed the indicators.
Yes. These are the indicators I got from Ryan, by the way, Ryan Lucero, who's a member of our community. And
awesome.
He's developed a good personal, like, friend relationship with Silicone, who is the person that I learned the most from for trading and investing, and just like from doing TA. And he actually blocks me on Twitter, but that's a story for another day. But anyway, he's become friends with him, and they actually like text and have each other's numbers, and they chat and share info. So I was curious.
And Will's not jealous at all.
But I'm not jealous in the slightest. But it's okay, because I get the information secondhand from Ryan. So the indicators we have here are the Lorenzian class. Actually, let me just turn these all off and you can see it.
Yeah. Give them to me one by one so we can like see the full effect. It's like turning the Christmas lights on.
Yeah. So yeah, right. So the first one is the Lorenzian classification, and this just gives you this line here, right? If it's red, you are bearish and you should be shorting. If it is green, you are bullish and you should be in longs for the most part, right? Also, I believe I changed the settings on this. Let me just check. No. The settings are fine. I just turned a couple things off because otherwise, like, it ends up just having like too much stuff. So I turned the bar color, the backtest stream, the buy and the sell signal off. Just seemed too noisy to me. Next, we have the super trend. And the super trend here just gives you some additional lines of resistance, but also just kind of makes it more clear as to when the Lorenzian turns green or turns red. So I think it's good. But also, it's pretty interesting when you're in the red and you get rejected by either the Lorenzian or the super trend. Short got rejected by the Lorenzian, short held, finally got rejected. You had a short here, hit the super trend, but we turned to green, so you actually had a long opportunity. And again, we have switched red on the Lorenzian. We have touched I'm trying to remember everything new. We've touched the Lorenzian, and there's a potential short opportunity here as well. Okay, so those are those two. And then the other indicators we have, I'll do that one last. We have the Lux Algo. The Lux Algo shows you the order book. So right now, price is going here and filling in the order book. We also have the HTF liquidity levels, which shows you where the exchanges make the most amount of money. And if you have the Lux Algo and your HTF liquidity lined up in the same spot, like up here, and a little bit down low too, these are like very strong magnets for price because it's where the order book wants to go and it's where the exchange wants to go in order to liquidate and make the most amount of money. And then we have the Keltner, or the KC, but this is the Keltner. And this is this channel that we have here. And one thing that's really interesting is that when your super trend, or I guess I should say, I guess it's fine. When your super trend and your Lorenzian are red, if you touch the Keltner, you have a long opportunity. You touch and you broke through, but you ended up having a long opportunity. You touched, long. You touched, long. And it's not necessarily the same though in the opposite, but it's an interesting way to find longs while you're in a corrective period for in this case Bitcoin. And then I think that's the last one here. And then the last thing I have here is just the volume. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 indicators that I'm playing around with that are starting to create some like interesting, fairly accurate signal.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing your new fancy indicators with us and for the technical analysis. I am going to come to you for final thoughts in just a second. First, I have to tell you the points as they stand, with one squeaky clean last minute point. I saw Tori said we needed a ding for truncated. And I'm also going to give out a last minute ding for abhor, and I mean every single letter in that word. That was I appreciated that.
I do.
Ooh, I actually wait.
Oh,
I have one other thing I meant to let everybody know as to why I was like, hey, this move upwards might be ending soon. 4-hour chart. I forgot to mention, we had bearish divergence on the RSI, and you can see the RSI was slanting downwards, as you can see that clear downwards angle, and price was continuing to move higher. This was a sign that this continued price upwards was about to fail. The RSI was telling us that we should be shorting or selling and taking short-term profits. And then we had this sell move, and we'll see how low it goes. That was the last bit of TA that I wanted to give to people.
Will knew that if he did a little more, I was going to give him another point. That's for sure. Laureen asked,
Weasel.
were these trading view indicators or are they proprietary? And can we expect you to put this in like the lounge or somewhere?
Yeah, I'll put it in the lounge. Let me just keep playing with it a little bit. But yeah, I'll put it in the premium section of the community. But let me type it up tomorrow, and I'll make sure everybody has it there. Also, these are all free. So if you have TradingView, you can get access to these indicators.
Thank you, says Peter, for those indicators and the explanation. You guys rock. We appreciate it. And now, without further ado, for some of you, it may be the first time you get to witness this, but the game of dings and guamps ends with winners and losers, or should I say losers and one.
Let the record show,
champion.
Before we get into this, that I was soundboardless, so there was only one doler of dings and guamps tonight, and that means that we've all lost a little bit of our souls.
That's right. Don't worry. I gave you a little point as a consolation prize, Alex, and you're gonna need it tonight because here are the points as they stand. In last place with one guamp each, we've got Michael Saylor's GPT, Second Cycle Scams, and CNN. If I'm being honest, I think CNN needs another guamp for misreporting the news. And so, CNN, you are the loser tonight. I'm so sorry about it. Try again next time. On the board, we've got Jack Kimball. We've got Doug. We've got Luke, Ryan, putting from the rough, Gito. And that means in fourth place with 5 points, 1 guamp. Oh, excuse me. 5 points, 2 guamps. It's me. In third place with 5 points, 1 guamp, it's Will.
What was my guamp?
I can't remember, but I know you had one. So
I know you
sorry, we got to
deserved it.
move on. You're going to love this one, Alex. Tied for second place because
Oh, God.
you had a lot of points tonight. I gave you 9 points, including your consolation point.
Wow.
But I also gave you 4 guamps, which means that you are tied for
what?
second with a true 5 points with Christina. And our winner tonight, according to the comments, she needs another round of applause. It is Tori. For getting the X account back, for going through Twitter hell, and for being the chief of staff and director of Sanity. We appreciate her. That might be a new record. I gave her 10 points for the Twitter, but then I think I gave her 5 points for the Pop-Tarts because I have written down here a bunch of checks and I just wrote 20 and circled it. I think 20 might be the new record. So congratulations, Tori, and definitely don't have a little trophy to send you, but I would consider this the Employee of the Month award. So there you go. Congratulations. Do you guys have a final thought, a last question from our audience, for our audience, or anything else before we get the heck out of here?
Goodbye, farewell, and Auf Wiedersehen, good night.
So long.
Farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, good night. Ding, 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 ding. That's my final thought.
Our show is guestless tomorrow, so we'll be back at 8 a.m. Eastern for more of your crypto questions with the helpful answers we can give. Dylan Baseball wants to know, isn't XRP the best utility? Many others have questions, but I must tell you that tonight the time for questions has come to a close. So what you should do, Dylan, is visit the link in our bio. All of our accounts have it wherever you are, whenever you listen. Get connected to the free Rise Up community where the show lives 24/7. Just remember community.rumshq.com. We've got good resources there for you. We've got a premium membership program if you want to go deeper. Links to all the products we believe in, like our sponsors at Arculus and Gito. A full show schedule. I say it because it's true. The only thing that's missing is you. So, guys, thank you. Everybody, thank you. for being the very best part of what we do. Until next time, my friends, stay safe, be well, everybody. Rise up.